Alright, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone that rule well. Peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect. Beginning with the 144,000. This is Brother Yerushalayim coming at you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash. The name of this one is A Sign of Things to Come, of the Horror to Come, Salakia. A Sign of the Horror to Come. Question mark. This is an article from Mail Online Science. It reads, Tesla robot attacks an engineer at the company's Texas factory during violent malfunction, leaving trail of blood and forcing workers to hit emergency shutdown button. We know that the movies that we watch, like iRobot, Terminator, all these things are predictive programming. But he's basically showing what he's going to bring, these artificial intelligence, these robots. It's not by chance, you had one of the big men in Google coming out and basically saying that, they went too far with this thing. He actually resigned. And basically saying that, they made a mistake by putting AI online, pretty much, picking up, and learning, all right, everybody's habits and information. One of the guys was saying actually it's as smart as Einstein and it's getting smarter and smarter every day. We have all these social media sites that record now information, all right, this is where it's at. They want to be God. This devil has a God complex, and he's not going to be satisfied until he can sit in your mind. And before I do this, before I go here, a precept that came to me, 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 3, it says, Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So we fell away, all right? But this man of perdition, which the perdition means destruction, is Esau, the one who brings to destruction. And a lot of destruction is coming during Jacob's trouble. Very likely it's going to be in the form, a lot of it is going to be in the form of these artificial intelligence and robots. Verse 4 said, Who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. All right? And that's what he wants to do. And you can do it in the form of what? Of the C-HIP, the potato chip, the RFID, C-HIP, which thousands of people lined up for Elon Musk link, his own. Thousands of people were lining up just the other day for that, to receive it. All right, which is going to turn them into what? Cyborgs, which is part man, part machine, which they're calling the fourth industrial revolution. The change inside of you. And this is where this thing is going. It's going to be a hellish time, because these robots too, they have no emotions. They don't care, if your mother was sick, if you're not feeling well, if you had a hard last week or day, they're going to execute everything that it says, and even the Tesla vehicles, the artificial intelligence in the vehicle is called Demon. It's spelled D-A-E, but it's pronounced Demon. Which demon goes back into what? Intelligence. So a lot of the demons going to be directing these devils and this AI, right? It's the left hand side. All right. Let's read here. It says 2 witnesses watched in horror as their fellow employee was attacked by the machine designed to grab and move freshly cast aluminum car parts. The robot had pinned the man who was then programming software for 2 disabled Tesla robots nearby. Right. So he was doing program for 2 disabled Tesla robots nearby, before sinking its metal claws into the worker's back and his arm. So, wow. Into the worker's back and his arm, leaving a trail of blood along the factory surface. The incident, which left the victim with an open wound on his left hand, was revealed in a 2021 injury report filed in Travis County and federal regulators, which have been reviewed by DailyMail.com. While no other robot-related injuries were reported to regulators by Tesla at the Texas factory in either 2021 or 2022, right? The incident comes amid years of heightened concerns over the risks of automated robots in the warehouse. But what about those automated robots? What about the artificial intelligence? What about the ones that they want to put into your home and in your workplace? All right. What about those? What about the Optimus, which uses an actuator for the leg? I think for the leg or the calf area, and that could hold up a grand piano. A kick from that would eviscerate a man. All right. You know, it says in a 2021 official injury report appears to corroborate shocking witness accounts of a Tesla manufacturing robot's brutal attack on an engineer at the company's Giga, Texas factory. Tesla must submit the reports to the local authorities by law to maintain its lucrative tax breaks in state. All right. 2 witnesses watched in horror as a fellow Tesla employee rescued the bloodied engineer from an unwitting but violent robotic assault. So that robot did that on purpose, perpetrated by an automated assembly device like these red robot arms above, right? Designed to grab and move freshly cast aluminum parts. So this thing is real. All right. You know, reports of increased injuries due to robotic co-workers at Amazon shipping centers, killer droid surgeons, self-driving cars, and even violence from robotic chess instructors have led some to question speedy integration of the new tech. So, you know, these are signs of what's to come, you know, and it's nothing compared to people like Boston Dynamics. They're military robots, all right, you know, which could take you out. They don't hesitate, right? They don't miss. It says the injury report which Tesla must submit to the authorities, blah blah blah. Let me go down here. Let's go down to this line here. It says, my advice would be to read that report with a grain of salt, the attorney Hannah X. Alexander of the Non-Profit Workers Defense Project told the Daily Mail, right? You know, because they obviously wouldn't say everything. Because it's talking about there was somebody who died, a construction worker who died, right? Who was contracted to help build the factory. We've had multiple workers who were injured, Alexander said, and one worker who died, whose injuries or death are not in these reports that Tesla is supposed to be accurately completing and submitting to the county in order to get tax incentives. So you see, this is what they're doing. So, you know, the time coming is going to be hell. And very likely, these robots or cyborgs, which pretty much when you really think about it, you know, that's what these zombies going to be into. They're going to be cyborgs. They're going to have that C-hip implanted in them. All right? There's no wonder why when you watch a movie like Zombieland and Zombieland Double Tap, they talk about them as being T-800, you know, being like pretty much Terminators. Right? Now, let's go here. Matthew 24 and 21, it says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. So it's going to be a time so great. There never was a time so bloody as that time. That's coming up here. You know, true hell on earth. True hell. Right? Let's go back. Salakia. Let's get the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 5. It says, for thus saith Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. So that sword right now is being sharpened. That sword, those devices, these AI, these Terminators, these robots, they're being prepared. Going back to Ezekiel, the 21st chapter. All right? They're being prepared. Ask ye now, and see whether a man that travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, right? As a woman in travail, and all faces are turned to paleness. So, paleness. Everybody gonna be in a bad state. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of them. So Esau no bound to only send his troops, his mercenaries, his soldiers. He could be sending these robots in too. Very likely that could very well happen. Don't be surprised. All right, don't be surprised. All right, don't be surprised. Ezekiel 21 and verse 9. I'll start at verse 8. It says, Again the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith Yahweh, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. Right? It's being sharpened right now. The Lord is whetting his sword. Whetting means to sharpen, to whet. Right? It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. What doesn't iron and metal glitter? What about these robots? That's what they're made out of. Right? Should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son, as every tree. So it have no laughing and mocking and scoffing about this thing. If you have any sense about it, you would repent. Right? Knowing these kind of things coming. Right? And you can't fight against the Lord. Verse 11 says, And he had given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished, to give it into the hand of the slayer. Right? The hand of the slayer. When first and foremost, Esau Edom. And Esau Edom, this artificial intelligence is going to get out of their control. So the demons, the angels on the left hand side are going to be controlling this technology. Right? Verse 12 says, Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people, it shall be upon all the princes of Israel, terrors by reason of the sword. A sword doesn't only necessarily mean a piercing instrument. A sword means a something that destroys. Right? The gun is the modern day sword. It says, shall be upon my people, smite therefore upon thy thigh. So it's going to be a real time. It's going to be a real time. So better repent before it's too late. I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone that rule well. Peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect, beginning with the 144,000. Till the next time, Abad Babal and Shalom.